let's check 1, let's check 2, let's check 3. My lens are right, check 1. My lens are right, check 2. My lens are right, check 3. I'ma see through you, I'ma see through me. Trinity eyes, 1 and 2 and 3. Let me see my eyes, let me see my lies. Beat feels so right, let me swing my thighs. Hey, hey, let's check, let's check, let's check, let's check. Yeah, my lens are right, check 1. My lens are right, check 2. My lens are right, check 3. Let my boy ride the beat from my head to my feet. I ain't just gonna see you, I'ma see through you. Cause first see me. Let's check, let's check, let's check, yeah. Let's check, let's check, let's check, yeah. Let's check, let's check, let's check, yeah. Yeah. I clear the fog of how my learned self wants me to see the world. I'll call back all the pieces of my heart I gave irresponsibly, all the sweet nectar of my sincerity. I'll call you back home. I command you. I need you to restore the way I see through my heart again. I vow to take my own advice. I'll open myself to legit perspective. I am offering the sacrifice, the part of me that wants to judge, blame, speculate, villainize, call out behavior. Who is fake and who is a hater? I'm willing to lose the me versus them for the higher us. Love, I am always living the experience that fits what I need to learn and unlearn. I do not have a trademark on truth. I know there's more to my own perspective. I won't flirt with my own self-righteousness. Triggers are my teachers, not my tormentors. I accept the truth that there's a difference between those who love me and those who have the skill sets to love me. I let go of managing people's perception of me, especially the people I'm close to. I'm so grateful for the soul connections that I didn't have to re-examine. Thank God. I am aware of my ego and the stories it creates. I surround myself with others who do the same. I am the villain and the heroine. The verse is a violent lie. I lay this verse down in my soul. I lay the sacrifice of the separate self down. I won't be impressed by my individuality, but I melt and see myself in the us, in existence, in nature. I prepare and open my mind for the next level of intuition to see myself, to check my lens. Let's check, let's check, let's check, yeah. Let's check, let's check, let's check, yeah. Let's check, let's check, let's check, yeah. My lens are right, check 1. My lens are right, check 2. My lens are right, check 3. I'ma see through you, I'ma see through me. Trinity eyes, 1 and 2 and 3. Forgiveness is the path, and I surrender to the power of that path, dismantling my structures of my perceived knowing about a thing. I systematically know to lay aside any conclusions I've reached about others and their motivations for their actions. I know my instinct has been shaped to attribute negative intentions to the behaviors of others when they do something that hurts, but I know to bring that into the court of divine assessment. To lynch it, I'll open the side of my heart to look at my judgments, evaluations, and catalog scenarios about others, myself, and the world. And with a willing mind, I relinquish the permission. I give to myself to entertain any thoughts, ideas, judgments, feelings, ever again. I refuse to be a bitter Bertha or Becky. I know and own the truth that its surgery is in self-awareness. I am seeing how freely I am, no matter who I come across again from my past. My nervous system situation has been recalibrated with love. I like who I am in the presence of all persons. No matter the experience I had with them, I'm 10 toes down, rooted and grounded in the assurance of soulful flavor and brilliant vision of who I choose to be in all situations. I stand in gratitude that I don't avoid accountability. As forgiveness increases, self-awareness increases. The more I forgive, the more I see me so I can see you. I am gracefully reflective of myself to keep my lens in check. And I said what I said, now and forever. laser right, check one. Laser right, check two. Laser right, check three. I'ma see through you. I'ma see through me. Trinity eyes. 1 and 2 and 3. Hey, yeah, yeah. Let me see my eyes. Let me see my lies. Beat feels so right. I'ma swing my thighs. Hey, hey, hey. Let's check, let's check, let's check, let's check. Let's check, let's check, let's check, let's check, let's check. My legs on the right, check one. My legs on the right, check two. My legs on the right, check three. Let my word ride the beat. From my head to my feet. I ain't just gonna see you. I'ma see through you. Cause the first see me. Let's check, let's check, let's check. Yeah. Let's check, let's check, let's check. Yeah. Let's check, let's check, let's check. Yeah.
Steps off, baby. This ain't just a vibe, it's a sanctuary. You just walked into the Love Palace. Welcome to a daily dose of Dee. Wrap yourself in satin, truth. This love ain't rushed, it's velvet smooth. Silk on your spirit, rose in your mouth. Let me show you what healing's really about. Ooh, she don't play with pleasure, nah. Only pours it where it's earned. Let it burn slow. A daily dose of Dee. Let the love run deep and free. One touch and you'll believe. She's the calm, she's the heat, she's the peace you need. Here in the Love Palace, where even broken ships sail smooth. Anchor down, baby, daily dose of Dee. Your prescription to feel seen. No refills, just show up and receive. Let your ships drift into healing seas. We don't chase waves, we ride them.
Grand rising, grand afternoon, or grand evening, depending on what time of day you are watching Daily Dose of Dee. I am your host, aka Goddess of Love. How's everybody doing today on this Friday Eve? It's Friday Eve, y'all. We almost there at Friday. So I hope everyone had a wonderful week so far. So we're going to get right into the subject today. Did y'all like that song at the beginning? I came on here today because I have to do some self-checking of Dee. I do it all the time, but this time I have to do some self-awareness for Dee. So today here at Daily Dose of Dee, the word of the day is self-awareness on this Friday Eve. And self-awareness is the capacity that a person has to introspect, It includes gaining or understanding of an insight into one's strengths, qualities, weakness, defects, ideals, thoughts, beliefs, ideals, responses, reactions, attitude, emotions, and motivations. That was a lot, right? That's what self-awareness is. So let's not forget the quote of the day. Self-awareness is the capacity that a person has to introspect. It includes gaining or understanding. Oh, stop. Look at y'all. See, I didn't get the word of the day again. See, that's this new thing that we got going on. Here we go. Quote of the day, y'all. See, something must have told y'all need to know what self-awareness was again. But anywho, the quote of the day is, to know yourself, you must sacrifice the illusion that you already do. Think about that, everybody. Y'all think about that. To know yourself means to sacrifice the illusion that you already do. So let's dive right into this today. Our title for today is Self Awareness, the Mirror You Can't Ignore. You can't ignore this mirror. Mm-mm. So, I always give a deeper dive into what self awareness is, okay? What self awareness is. Now, have you ever watched yourself feel something in real time? Like being anger and the anger is just boiling over, but you're outside of it, watching it rise. That's not magic. That's self-awareness. Self-awareness is a cornerstone of your personal growth. It's part of your emotional intelligence and being an effective leader. It's the ability to understand your own personality, individuality, your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors, your values, and how they impact not only you, but others. It's not about being constantly self conscious, but rather having a deep, objective understanding of your inner world. Y'all got that? So, self awareness is the conscious knowledge of your own character, your feelings, your motives, and your desires. It's everything that is about you and how you are being aware of it. Self awareness is the internal compass. It's all about what's in the inside. It's how you observe your emotions, your reactions, and most importantly, your truth. So let's hit pause for just a second. Need a moment to reflect on what self awareness is. And we'll be back with some soul truth about self awareness after these messages.
She rooted in the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen cows with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plant to place, you walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, this ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow, yeah. She dropped the lemon balm in the brew. Talk to the leaves like they kinfolk too. From seed to sip, it's alignment work. Holistic hands, love laced in dirt. Queen kills that soul on the rise. She don't sell dreams, she real with the vibes. Got jars on the shelf like blessings in glass. Reminding your spirit to slow down fast. No rush, just rhythm. She the pause in the system. Where the world wanna numb, she say feel. That's the kind of magic that heals for real. In the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen kills with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plant to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, it's ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow.
Welcome back, my beautiful people. Make sure you go support Queen Kales. Her link is being dropped in the chat. Go ahead and get her subscribers up. She has some good things. Plant to plate, man. Y'all better tune in, tap in. There's some good recipes for healthy living, y'all. Because it's COC all day, every day. So come over and see. Okay, y'all hear me? It's networking at its finest. Okay, so now let's get back into our subject. Now it's time that we talk about reflection, that we talk about the clouds in the mirror and what really causes a lack of self awareness. What causes a lack of self awareness? We're going to go dive right into it and answer that question. I'm going to answer that for you, okay? So, not everyone, let's just keep it a black, okay, has access to their inner clarity. You might be like, why? It's your inner clarity. Like, you should, it's you should, right? And you should. Because silence is rare and accountability is uncomfortable. And sometimes the truth is painful. Mhm. So, causes of low self awareness could be a lack of self awareness. Excuse me, a lack of self awareness can come from various forms, ranging from psychological, defense mechanism, and even neurological conditions, and also the world in itself and its influence. So here's a breakdown of common causes that have you have low self-awareness. You have psychological and emotional barriers. Okay. So what this looks like is you have a fear of being vulnerable and discomfort. So looking inward is uncomfortable for you. Many people that have low self awareness may fear that they might discover something unpleasant about themselves. Maybe their truths, maybe their flaws, or even difficult emotions that they haven't faced and they just rather avoid them. This fear can lead to denial. Mhm. So now you're in denial because you're refusing to acknowledge or accept painful realities about oneself, your behavior, and the impact that it causes on others. It's often easy to believe it's not me or it's not that. You find yourself saying that? That's a denial reason. Along with the denial comes avoidance. You are actively distracting oneself with work, social media, substance use, or external stimuli to avoid introspection and not uncomfortable feelings. Avoidance. Did y'all hear that? Mhm. Emotional avoidance is part of that as well. And suppression. It's this is when you have difficulty in processing or even recognizing your emotions. You don't even recognize their emotions. So if someone was taught at an early age to suppress their feelings, they may grow up disconnected from emotional regulation, emotional intelligence, emotional landscaping, making self awareness a challenge. Very, very difficult. But on the other hand, there's that ego, that ego and self image protection. So a strong ego or a deeply ingrained self image can make it difficult to acknowledge that you even have flaws or vulnerabilities because your ego is so big. You're like, oh no, not me. Oh, that cannot be me. Yeah. Admitting mistakes of areas for improvement can feel like a threat to one's identity. And this looks like upbringing, environmental. factors. Listen, yeah, this can manifest, that's what I'm saying, as upbringing and environmental factors. So they never were taught. There's people that were never taught self-awareness. Self-awareness is an innate skill. It's learned. Let me say that again. Self-awareness isn't an innate skill. It's learned. So if a person wasn't encouraged or taught to reflect on their own thoughts and feelings, especially in childhood, they may lack that as an adulthood. Introspective. They were never taught introspective. You have also emotional validation, trauma. So when you're a child, you're growing up in an environment where emotions were dismissed. We're not going to talk about it. You're not supposed to feel that way. You got to suck things up. You cannot express yourself verbally because you might be shamed or punished because you are speaking up. This can lead to a disconnection from your inner side, from your inner world. And trauma responses can create protective mechanism, and that can hinder your self-awareness. Example of this is the echo chamber. Individuals are surrounded by people who only offer praises or difficult conversations. Excuse me, y'all. Woo, sorry, y'all. Praise or, okay, let me say this again. Individuals surrounded by people who only offer praise or avoid difficult conversation. So the echo chamber is there's like, oh, you're so great. I love you. You're the best. Da, 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 da. I'm never gonna leave you. And you do everything right. Or you avoid difficult conversations. You may have never received people being true for you or just straight constructive feedback, and that leads you to have blind spots. Or let's talk about this. You feel you are privileged. Some individuals may live in situations or have a significant privilege where they are often required to confront their consequences of their action or adapt to different perspectives, thus reducing the need for self-awareness. So you feel I always have to be the one anyway to help individuals, or I'm often required to always confront different things. So don't need to worry about me because I'm busy helping everybody else. I'm so privileged that I can help everybody else. These are causes of lack self-awareness. And finally, the cognitive and neurological factors. So cognitive biases and blind spots. This is when our brains use mental shortcuts, which are biases, that can distort our self-perception. So an example of these are, in some cases, this can be a direct result of a brain damage, particularly in the front part. So this is on the physical part, okay? So say if you get in, have trauma, head trauma in an accident, you get hit in the head or something like that. This is actually the physical brain damage. And this can impact a person's ability to recognize their own defects or behavioral changes. This is physical brain damage that we're talking about, okay? And this is when somebody has trauma like this can cause them to not even know how their behavior or having self-awareness of things that they're doing. Then on the other hand, it could look like mental health illness. Because remember, we all have mental health, right? I talked about that. But this is actual mental health illness, not being self aware. So, certain mental health conditions, depression, personality disorders, narcissistic personality disorder. Mhm. This can impair a person's ability to accurately perceive themselves and their impact on others. These are the causes, y'all, of lack of self awareness. So it's important that self awareness exists on a large spectrum. And most people have areas where self perception differs from how others see them. A complete lack of self awareness is rare and often associated with if it's a physical, something physically has happened to your brain, or a psychological condition. For most, it's about identifying the barriers that prevent deeper insight and actively working to overcome them. So, in this world that's full of noise and nonsense, the hardest thing to do is to hear yourself, to hear your voice. Okay? So, let's take a deep breath because we went deep, y'all. And we're going to go deeper. Stay with me here at Daily Dose of D, and we're going to return in a moment after this message. Okay?
Peace and blessings, love and light. Pray the Most High gives me insight, grants me understanding to comprehend my task. Forgive myself as well.
This is where Spirit speaks and you finally listen. I'm Alicia Dion, and this is Soul Work. Let's begin.
You were searching in the silence, fighting storms that no one sees. Every tear became a promise of the person you wouldn't be.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Make sure you go subscribe to Alicia Dion. You heard what she said. This is where Spirit speaks and you listen. That's some self-awareness, don't you agree? So make sure you go subscribe to her. You know, it's CLC all day, every day. Networking data. Now, let's go ahead and continue our conversation. Let's explore why self-awareness is not just a buzzword, okay? It's not just a buzzword. Like, people like to make words buzzwords. Like, oh yeah, I'm self-aware, I'm this, I'm conscious, I'm woke, I'm all these. These could be buzzwords. We're gonna actually go into how this is not a buzzword, right? So, why self-awareness is important? Why self-awareness is important, y'all? Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right into that. So, without self-awareness, we're sort of just living on autopilot, just letting the plane go wherever we want, reacting, repeating, and regretting. The 3 R's. Why self-awareness, again, is important, because if not, we're on autopilot. And we're reacting, repeating, and regretting. But with self awareness, we learn, we grow, and we choose. Self awareness is just not a buzzword, it's a way of life, a fundamental way of life. Let me say that correctly. With every aspect of our existence, it's the ability to truly understand yourself. You understand your thoughts, your emotions, your values, your strengths, and even your weaknesses, and how you're perceived by others. See, self awareness also involves others, how others see you, how you put yourself out there for others to see you. Without self awareness, we often, as I said, operate on that autopilot. We creating circumstances rather than thoughtfully responding. Mhm. We're gonna we recreate circumstances rather than responses. So why does this matter? Why does self-awareness matter? Because it boosts your emotional intelligence. It's gonna boost that. It's gonna boost your emotional intelligence. For example, your self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. You can't manage your emotions or understand others' emotions if you don't first understand your own. Boom, mic drop. Let me say this again. You can't manage your emotions or understand others' emotions if you first don't understand your own. You know what helps to do this? And a lot of people do not like to do this. Communication. People that are self-aware can articulate their needs, feelings, and boundaries more clearly. When you have good communication skills, you can tell people how you're feeling. You can set your boundaries clearly. You also become not just a person that can communicate and talk, but communication and talk includes listening. You become a better listener, leading to more open and honest relationship, dialogue, or whatever you got going on, because you're communicating. You're not only communicating what you need or the feelings that you have or the boundaries that you have, you're listening to others to develop healthy relationships. That's what self-awareness helps. It's gonna help. Listen to this. Baby, it's gonna help manage your triggers. It's gonna help manage those triggers. Because then you're gonna recognize when your emotions start rising or getting upset and understanding that you're triggered. So once you know that you are triggered, it is going to allow you to manage this constructively in a way that you know. You know that you're triggered, so you're going to handle it in a way like, hold on, I need some space. I need some time. I need to get my thoughts together. Excuse me. Instead of instead of reacting impulsively, you're going to take that pause, you're going to reflect, and you're going to choose a more appropriate response, right? Instead of that abrupt response. This is going to lead to less stress, less anxiety, and it's going to improve your mental well being. Not only that, self awareness is going to help you to have better relationships. Better relationships. You hear me? So when you improve your communication, you're telling how you feel and you're setting your boundaries, and then you're listening, individuals begin to get drawn to you. Your self-awareness is going to be help them understand your needs, your feelings, and your boundaries. When you become a better listener, it improves your relationships, leading to open and honest thoughts and feelings about yourself. Being self aware is important because you're going to have a better understanding, a better conflict resolution. So, this is understanding your own role in conflict, the parts you play, and how your impact and how your actions, slow down, B, impacted others so you can take responsibility and you can approach disagreements with empathy and work towards having constructive solutions rather than resorting to blame or defense. Okay? Self awareness gives you power, it empowers you to articulate your life rather than a passive recipient of circumstances. It allows you to get through the life challenges with grace. It's going to help you build meaningful connection. You're going to make sound decisions. And you're going to constantly grow and evolve to the best version of you. It's an ongoing journey, but one that yields invaluable rewards. Okay? You want that self-empowerment. Self-empowerment, self-awareness, let me say it correctly, doesn't make you perfect, flawless, but you know what it does? It makes you honest. And that's the foundation of power. Okay. So, you still with me? Y'all good? This journey is getting real. Wouldn't y'all agree? It's getting real. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. And we're going to go inside the mind here on Daily Dose of Dee. After this is.
Yo, you just pulled up to the Love Palace. Ain't no cap here, just facts and feels. D and Kel's on the mic, we talking ships, all kinds. Pull up and unpack. You just enjoy friendships that held me down through the struggle. Companions who dipped when I stepped out the bubble. Family ties that tug, some tight, some frayed. But we lay it all out, let the truth get played. No judgment, just lessons on velvet chairs. We speak from the gut, raw love, stripped bare. Got a steed, got that glow like sage in the wind. Queen Coles hit the mic, truth spilling again.
Ships, we talking, we walking, no filters, just real. Love Palace, the spot where your soul can heal. All them ties, all those vibes, we ain't letting them drown. We lift ships up, never tear them down.
Welcome back, everybody. Man, let me tell y'all something. Tune into Ships. We are on the series about hurt people hurt people. We're going to be doing part 2 next week, Tuesday, right? Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, that's Eastern Standard Time. Y'all, so my West Coast people, that's what, 4 o'clock, right? 5 o'clock from my Mountain Standard, right? In the Central. That's going to be 6. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Myself and the beautiful Queen Kels, we are talking about hurt people, and it's part 2. So if you didn't get to go see part 1, it's okay. Run that back. Here at the Love Palace on my channel, you could go ahead and run that back, okay? All right, now we're gonna really start talking because We're going to flip the coin on this self-awareness because it's not always something that's really smooth. Okay, I got self-awareness, I'm good. No, it's not always smooth sailing. No. Too much reflection on yourself can also become an obsession. Did y'all know that? So now we're going to talk about some dangers of self-awareness. Yeah. The dangers of self-awareness. And you're like, what? There's some dangers. Absolutely, too much of anything could be dangerous. I talk about duality all the time, right? So every even analyzing yourself too much, you forget how to just be. While self-awareness is great and it's a cornerstone of personal growth and well-being, like many good things, like I said, it can be detrimental when you do it to an extreme, when you're unbalanced or have unhealthy psychological traits. The danger of too much self-awareness manifests like anxiety and depression. So, magnified flaws. So, this is hyper focusing on perceived shortcomings, imperfections, or past mistakes can magnify them to an unhealthy degree, leading to increased self criticism, guilt, and shame. You can also have social anxiety, self consciousness, those are all with this, right? So, this is an excessive awareness at how one is perceived by others. That can lead to being self-conscious because you're worried about what everybody else is thinking, what they saying about you, how they made you feel, and that can make you feel awkward, stressed, and sometimes even lead you to withdraw, or it can make you act out. The focus shifts from engaging with others to constantly monitoring your own performance, which could be too much. Could create that big ego as well. It also looks like focusing on negative internal states. Individuals may become overly attuned to unpleasant thoughts, bodily sensations like your heart racing, or anxious feelings. They're inadvertently amplifying them and getting trapped in a cycle of anxiety, anger, and frustration. Have y'all heard, what's the word? Overthinking. I'm trying to think of the word. Oh, paralysis by analysis. That's the word I'm thinking. Overthinking. Have y'all heard of that? Constant self scrutiny. Instead of healthy introspective and doing the healthy things, it turned to obsessive self analysis. Every action, every word, and every thought is dissected, replayed, and judged. And this can lead to paralyzing fear of making mistakes, overthinking, decision paralysis, the fear of making the wrong choice. When you're overanalyzing every possible outcome, when it can just be a simple decision, you become overwhelmed, leading to not doing anything. And then you could be endless, right? Endless thinking is the why questions. Constantly asking, why did I do that? Or why do I feel this way? Without reaching a conclusion. It can lead you in the loop of self-questioning. Just looping around, keep asking why. And that also is going to produce anxiety, right? Then they have this thing called perfectionism and imposter syndrome. Okay? These are some of the dangers, right? You have unreal standards. Setting high standards for yourself, fueled by acute awareness of every tiny flaw. And this can lead to chronic dissatisfaction and burnout. And let's talk about that imposter syndrome. Despite the accomplishments and the things and the blessings you might have received, excessive awareness can lead to persistent feeling of being fake, phony, a fraud, and that one's achievements are undeserved, and it erodes your confidence. Awareness without compassion can turn you into a prisoner. You just don't need to see yourself. You need to forgive yourself. Let me say that again. You just don't need to see yourself. You need to forgive yourself. Okay? So, do you need a reset? Do you need a reset? We'll be right back, refreshed, and ready to reveal the beauty of self-awareness, okay? Because we talked about them dangers. Now we are going to talk about the beauty of self-awareness after these messages.
This is the fruit of our hard work, the belief in the entrepreneurial spirit, the new American dream, a toast to my family and life.
Stay beauty. I catch truth. And I bloom every time I do. I rose sweet and colorful. I capture love in every hue. She glows soft, but the power's bold. Empress touch, yeah, she got that soul. Rosebuds blooming, moving free, giving light through artistry. From the lens to the light, we know a rose like her, that's how we grow. Be devil like the spell work, turn pain into prints, make the real hurt look good, and that's talent, babe. She framed the truth, let the colors weigh. She don't miss, got goddess aim. Catch your essence, not just your name. Snap it raw, edit it clean. She building dreams from behind the screen. Ooh, will she see you when you hide it? She find light in the fight. And she paints your flaws divine. She the frame for your rise.
Welcome back. We are back, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to the network and Dre Cobbs. He has a new song dropping tomorrow with Dangerous and Chris Cyphers. That's my network family. So y'all begin. Now let me tell y'all something about when things drop. It do drop at midnight on the East Coast. So if you happen to be up at midnight, you can catch that, right? Okay. But make sure you subscribe to him as well. They got some good music, and we need to start promoting this music, okay? Shout out to the network, Dre Cobbs, and all those involved. Make sure you also subscribe to Empress Rose Sharon. Become a rosebud over there, okay? With her creativity. Okay? And don't forget, coming soon is some sneakers, right? All right, now that we have talked about the shadows, the dark side of self awareness, we are about to do the glow up, y'all. We about to do the glow up part of self awareness, right? The benefits, the benefits of self awareness. What are the benefits? So, the benefits, when it's paired with grace, baby, the benefits of self awareness, when it's paired with grace, becomes your soul spotlight. So, what this looks like is you improve your emotional regulation. So, you get an understanding of your emotions and your triggers, and you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This is going to lead to better emotional regulation, emotional control. It's going to help with your decision making. When you're self aware, more and you make more informed decisions, just choices, because you understand your values, the biases, and how emotions might influence your judgment, your excuse me, decision making. And of course, those stronger relationships. When you understand yourself, you can communicate more effectively, and that is communicating your feelings, your boundaries. But not only that, you're listening, and you can better emphasize with others. And this is going to reduce trust and reduce conflict so that your relationship becomes stronger with individuals. You're going to have some self confidence. Knowing your strengths and your weakness allows you to leverage your abilities to work in areas of improvement, boosting your self esteem, helping your self growth, right? And along with that personal growth, this self awareness is going to be a foundation for you to continue to learn and grow. It's going to enhance your personal growth. So your growing don't stop, learning don't stop. I forgot who put, no, Madam put in the chat on Tuesday night. As long as we living, we still growing and we still learning and we still growing. So self-awareness is going to help you align your actions with your goals and your values. The benefits: mental peace, healthy boundaries, deep connections and relationships, you being more authentic and true, and you have you're not on, no longer surviving, I should say, you're living. hmm So ask yourself, are you just living, or are you surviving, excuse me, or just living? Okay. Self-awareness doesn't make life easier, it makes you align with your truth, your purpose, and your peace. Self awareness doesn't make life easier, but what makes life easier is going to align you with your truth, your purpose, and your peace. All right? Keep that in mind. Self awareness, y'all, is very powerful. So, we're going to take one more deep breath, one more beat, and one more break, because I got a tool that can help you with self awareness and help you look in the mirror at yourself. We got something beautiful that I want to show you. And once it returns here at Daily Dose of Dee, I'm going to share something. Okay? There you go.
Blocking your blessings. The mirror doesn't lie. This book is not just a project, it's a mirror and a mission. I didn't write this to impress you. I wrote it to challenge you to speak directly to the part of you that's been hiding, hurting, and just plain tired of circling the same mountain. The truth is, many of us are praying for elevation while clinging to anchors. We want overflow, but we're scared to let go of what's familiar. We ask for clarity, but we resist the truth when it shows up. So here it is. This book will not coddle you. It will not hand you sugar-coated affirmations and send you on your way. But what you're holding is a conversation. A raw, unfiltered conversation about growth, truth, and the eternal habits that hold us back. I'm not standing above you as I write this. I'm standing beside you, having lived this, fought through this, and continuing to do the work. If you ever felt like something greater is calling you, but you're not sure how to answer, if you ever sensed that you're meant for more, but can't seem to move past where you are, this is for you. This is your call to get honest, to get clear, to get free, not someday, now. So let's get to it. Please visit the Etsy shop at Shamaka Essentials, the House of Blessings, and pick up your copy today.
I'm here, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Look, y'all, I had the wrong, look at that. I had the wrong slide up on that last segment, but those were the benefits, not the dangers. But y'all know what it is because I was telling y'all what that was. Make sure if you need some extra healing, you tap into Shamaka Essentials. Great, great things over there. Okay, y'all feel me? Y'all understand what I'm saying? I got my bracelet on today. I know y'all probably can't see it. There's that. And my protection necklace. Because you know what? D had to get her self-awareness together. Y'all feel me? So make sure you stop over there at Shamaka Essentials, right? Because you know it's COC all day, every day. So come and see, okay? Networking at its finest. So let's go ahead and wrap this up, right? This journey, we're going to close up, not with facts, but with feelings, okay? So, hold that. The mirror I carry. I carry a mirror no one else can see. It shows the wounds and the will inside of me. It doesn't flatter. It doesn't lie. It makes me question, laugh, and sometimes cry. When I fall, it shows me why I tripped. And when, excuse me, when I rise, it reminds me what I gripped. It's heavy sometimes, this inner gaze, but it guides me through life's wild maze. I used to fear the silence it would bring. Now I see it taught me everything. If you ever feel lost or unaware, look inside. Your truth is always there. Ashe. Y'all, that was from the heart right there. Okay. Just let you know that's why I got a little tripped up. I got a little bit in pause on that, but that was real. That was real. So I want to say thank you for watching Daily Dose of Dee, reflecting with me, and growing with me. Self-awareness isn't a destination, it's a daily choice, something that you choose. So if you choose to have self-awareness, go ahead. Do that. Start now. Start your journey now. Okay? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to me, okay? That is free to the 99. What are y'all waiting on? Especially, like I'm going to say, like my sister said, share, because this is information that needs to be shared out, okay? And if you like it, I appreciate it as well. You can also follow me on Instagram at the Goddess of Love and at TikTok, Goddess D of Love, okay? So I'm going to close this out with you today. Thank you for coming to Daily Dose of Dee on Friday Eve, because it's Friday Eve. Happy Friday Eve, y'all. I hope this helps you. I hope you gain some knowledge. And I hope you begin to self-aware, because I had to go back and check myself and be self-aware as well, okay? Once again, thank you for coming to Daily Dose of Dee. Thank you for coming to the Love Palace. Peace and love to everybody. Go tell somebody you love them. And those that you don't love, you tell them that you love them, because that might help you and them as well, okay? I will see you real soon. Peace and love.
Love like she don't just love, she heals and keeps. Let go, let flow. Daily dose of Dee in the land free, in the love palace, ships dock even key. Yeah, we guide the tide. God is deep. Whispering back when your heart needs reminding. D is divine, D is daily, D is love, a daily dose.